mas nunca levou. Saudade é dourada a corda.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Saudade Generation Tuga podcast. Today we have a special edition. It's a Filarmonica edition. We have today honored to have our guest, member the Filarmonica Portuguesa de Montreal, and my producer here on the podcast, Jonathan Piques. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey Costa, nice to see you. Hope you're doing
Hope
well.
all is well today. It's a big weekend this weekend. Senhor Santo Cristo, their 60th anniversary das festas Senhor Santo Cristo here in Montreal. It's a big weekend for the Portuguese community here in Montreal.
It's a big weekend for the Portuguese community in Montreal. It's a big weekend for FPM. It's the beginning of our season. We practice all of winter and fall for this, and we're excited, and we can't wait to show what we have been doing and to support our community like we've been doing since 1972.
Yep, that's right. It's the Filarmonica Portuguesa de Montreal was founded in 1972 here in Montreal, which was the first one, right, Jonathan? The first Filarmonica founded?
In Quebec, it was the first one founded.
In Quebec, yes. Snow, we've all heard and we've all seen Snow Mendonça, right? That was the first Mestre.
Snow Mendonça was the first maestro. He had a military background in the Madeira, and he brought his talents to Quebec, Montreal, and he was one of the founders and the first maestro for many years.
And he many years. That's what I was about to ask. He stayed on as at the front of this Filarmonica for many years, right?
Many years, yes. Until I don't know when exactly he was his last year, but for many years.
Yeah, I remember pictures. I don't think I remember. I was too young to remember him leading the band, but I definitely remember seeing him after when he had stopped being the Mestre. I remember seeing him because God bless, he lived on to a pretty advanced age. God bless, and
I believe he passed away at 101 years old.
Yes, I remember that it was around that that century mark, which is something in itself.
And we had FPM had an honor that the family invited us to play for him and his wife. And talking about Snu Mendoza, let him rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, actually at 7:30, I believe, our concert.
Mm-hmm.
FPM is starting our concert with the Chino, the FPM, which he wrote.
Oh,
and his late wife, let her rest in peace as well, Mrs. Snowden Mendoza, wrote the lyrics.
Oh,
too.
wow. Okay.
So he's always going
Nice.
to be a part of us. So it's a way of honoring him and those who were before us.
Yep, the ones that paved the way for you guys. What you guys are doing now. Also, will you guys start practicing in October, right, to prepare for the summer season?
We start in September, actually.
In September, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys practice. I would suppose you guys take a little break for Christmas time, and then get back to the thick of it.
We take like a school year with 2 weeks,
2
and a
weeks
half,
break. Mm-hmm.
and then we go back every Sunday from 11 to 2:30. Sometimes we practice once every 3 months on a Friday night.
Oh, okay.
To give that extra kick.
Yep. It's
but
always helpful that those extra practices when the season gets closer, so you could tweak a few little details and certain things. Do you guys practice in that winter time that you guys are preparing for the summer season? Do you guys learn all new pieces for marches and for concert, or do you guys always keep some pieces from the season before?
We keep some because it's very difficult to do a complete new list of songs with the short period of time we have.
Mm-hmm.
So then what we do is Debbie looks at the list and she tells us, well, we're going to take this. She asks us our opinion, but she's the one who makes the final decision, and we go from there.
Yeah, and you've been in this band for how long?
For how long? Let's see. I started in 96, 97. I was 10. I'm gonna be 40 now.
Hmm.
I left. I left FPM around 2012, 2013. I took
Hmm.
years off. I
Okay.
joined. I joined the Bonded Laval for a year and two.
Hmm.
I took some more time off, and then now it's my fourth year back with the FPM.
And your interest in music. When did you know you enjoyed to be part of Filarmonica and be all this patience to choose and look for master graves and all that? When did you know you really enjoyed this?
A funny story talking about that. When I was around 10, 11, um, I met a good a good friend, and I believe you know him, Jean-François Machado,
Hmm.
that he used to be a part of FEM,
Hmm.
and he was my backyard front neighbor.
Okay.
Like his backyard was my backyard face to face. And his father, Stu Machad,
Hmm.
who's also in our direction still,
Yes.
spoke to my parents and asking if I wanted to join and what was FPM, because at that time my parents never knew there was Fashtish. My parents were
Oh,
never people. Let's go and see the Fashton.
okay.
So um, so we went. I think the first feast was San Christ in like 96, 97.
Mm.
And as soon as I saw FPM in that blue suit, because we had blue suits before,
Yep.
excuse me, it clicked. Like, Mom, I have to do this.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, "Are you sure? Do you know?" I'm like, "Mom, I'm 10 here, right? I want to try. Let me try." And from there on, it's history. It's a part of me now.
And you knew right away you liked it.
Right away.
And
There
how
was
was your
something. There was
process?
something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If there was something about it that like it clicked, like I have to do this.
And what was your process to choose an instrument? How did you know that you were going to be a percussion guy?
I just fell in love with it. Like,
Mm.
I don't know. I guess I guess seeing someone my age, around my age, which was Brian,
Mm-hmm.
our good friend
Mutual
Brian,
friend.
like mutual friend. I'm like, that's what I want to do. And later
Mm.
on, I would say like mid 20s, there was like a temptation of trying tuba because I always liked
Okay.
the brass
Mm-hmm.
sound, tuba, sax, baritone. But my first calling is always going to be percussion.
Mm. And and I think you're a very good percussion player. Kasha, everybody thinks Kasha is an easy instrument to play,
Yeah,
but
everyone thinks Kosh is easy.
it's actually very hard because you have to maintain the pass, especially nas posições.
Yeah,
You're the one who has to maintain with the bomb aquele passe. And eu me lembro sempre, quando eu estava na Filarmónica, era sempre aquele terrá, é o pasqueiro, não é? O terrá, tá,
yeah,
tá. É sempre o pasqueiro. And so people think it's an easy, you're just there, just playing with some sticks. No, no, no. It's a
yeah,
big, an important part of the marching band.
yeah. And when I started, that was like our maestro at that time. He goes, "Whatever you do, don't lose rhythm, because if we lose rhythm, we're going down."
Yeah,
So I'm like
yeah.
11, 12. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Rhythm? What are you talking about, rhythm?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, um, and it was still it was Victor that was Mestre, or was
yeah.
it was already Victor? Come.
I had Victor. Yeah, I had Victor for from 97 till I left to 2013. Victor is the longest maestro in the history of FPM.
Consecutive years.
Yeah, in a straight.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah. Because Leonard was there, I think, for about maybe it didn't reach 10 years, but a bit less than 10 years, I guess, because I know he left in 96. And
yeah.
then
Yeah, when he
when
left, I came in. I missed him
yes,
like
that's it, by a few months, right?
Yeah,
They formed a Banda Nossa Senhora dos Milhares, and then after he Victor ended up retiring as Mestre. Then Brian had a little stint as Mestre also, and then they brought back Leonard, and
yeah,
um, and he uh, convinced, inspired, maybe I'm looking for the right word here, but instilled that passion into his daughter, that
yeah.
passion for music. And she has been doing an amazing and terrific job as, how do you say mestre as for feminine? A mestre, no?
There's a word, mestrina,
Mestrinha, mestrinha, because I've heard that in Portugal. So I
yeah,
think it is that. It is that. I have a good friend
yeah,
of mine that's mestre the Filarmonica da minha freguesia, and I always hear them call mestrinha. So I think it's that. And Debbie has been part of or involved in music since her young age, and
yeah.
I
Since
think it
birth,
was
like she says, since
since
birth.
birth. Yes, yes, since birth. She probably came out already knowing who solfege.
Yeah,
But, and it was, I think, it was a natural thing for her to become meshed, and she has done a terrific job. Ela está de parabéns, and I think she brought new life to this band, especially for the younger generation. Don't you think? I love to see how the younger generation is involved at FPM.
um, Debbie. I'm gonna try not to get too emotional because me and Debbie have a special relationship with Debs.
Mm,
Debbie has made FPM higher than not expected, but she brings us to another level,
hmm.
and she puts
Completely agree.
us she gives us faith in us. Like she always pushes us. She doesn't like being called like she's not like being called, but she doesn't like being the itch there sometimes.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes.
But sometimes we need a kick in the ass.
Yeah. Of course.
And if you know Debbie, she doesn't care. Respectfully, she does it. But
Hmm.
Debbie is like, I wouldn't be here wearing this suit with if Debbie was not a part of it.
Hmm. Yeah. I feel you, and I see how the musicians all look up to her and respect her,
Yeah.
and she respects them. She sees them as colleagues and not
Yeah.
subordinates, which is a big help, and
Yeah.
gets to advance, and it makes it funner for everybody. Also,
Hmm.
we all started young in these things, and now that we're adults, we like to maybe not do things better because do things in our own way,
Yeah.
but try to do the things that we would have liked to be done when we were younger. So maybe get that involve more the young people. Like you said, she always asks
Hmm.
everybody's opinion, even though the
Yeah.
decision at the end comes to her. So
Hmm.
I think that's a big part of the success of FPM
Yeah.
is the young generation, the leadership of Debbie and you,
Mm.
obviously, um, and all the ones that all our friends and all the ones that have been in that Filarmonica for a long time. It makes it like a family. I do feel that when I see you guys together, it does look like and feel like you guys are a family.
Oh, we are family. It's I don't have musicians. I don't play with musicians. I play with brothers and sisters.
Well said.
And that's what I tell them. I tell them, sis, if you need something, Brody, if you need something, it doesn't matter if you're 70 or 12
Hmm.
or
Yeah.
11 or 9. We're all brothers and sisters. We're here for one goal, and that is to continue our tradition and to continue what FPM is for.
Yep. 100%. And it's very interesting. You guys have from the youngest member, which I would
Hmm.
think musician, if which I would think would be Debbie's son.
Yeah.
Well, that would be
Uh,
the youngest musician.
it's either her son or Juliana, who plays
Oh,
clarinet,
okay. And
more
then
or
you
less.
have on the other side of the spectrum, you have a veteran,
Mm.
an OG,
Yeah.
like I like to call. in Sr. João Bilhões,
Yeah,
which is the OG of a Filarmonica.
yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to. How do I say? I don't want to spoil his age, but he is advanced in age and always ready
Mhm,
to help and play and orquestras. Aquele gajo é
mhm.
incansável para tocar orquestras. Ele conhece aquelas modas todas.
They
Respect to the
they don't
OG.
they don't make them like they do for Snow Juan.
They don't make them like that anymore. Men like that, you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a part of FPM for 50 years,
Wow. Yeah.
and
And
for
that
not
deserves respect.
he did not take a break in
Mm,
that 50 years. It's 50 years straight ahead.
straight ahead. It's
So
he deserves respect and the recognition for what
yeah.
he has done. And I talk for me because he used to help out a lot with our dancers carnaval back in the day and
Mhm.
everything. And he always was down to help out and everything. So he deserves all the respect and recognition he gets. And he's a very well-sounded musician also.
Yeah.
Um, who is Contramestre? Is it so? Okay, explain to the people, maybe the young ones that are listening, um, o funcionamento de uma filarmónica, a mestra, o contramestre. How does that all work out when you're preparing for a procession?
Well, the maestro,
Mm-hmm.
the maestro is our leader.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who conducts us
Okay.
and excuse me, conducts us. Contramestre is like basically it's their assistant
Mm-hmm.
in terms of if whatever assistance the maestro needs. Um, in our case, Pedro Tavares is our contramestre,
Okay.
and he's the one who's going to tell us what songs are we playing,
Okay.
when are we going to start.
Okay. That's
Start,
basically
start, start.
the job of the contramestre.
Yeah, the maestro is more is in all it's all, but her there we how do I explain it? But we need them for concert more in a sense.
Okay, yes. Estou a perceber o que é que queres dizer. Because during a concert, she'll be conducting at the front,
Yeah, right.
and during a marcha grave, she'll be accompanying either at the front or sometimes she plays bomb too. Huh?
She plays boom. She plays flute.
Yeah.
Debbie has many hats for FPM, and
Yes.
she does many things behind scenes that people don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. She's incansável aquela mulher, então. E o que é que ela. She's always ready to go the extra mile for
Yeah.
for FPM. I always had a harder time. I like to play music, but no, já estou a mentir. I enjoyed being I enjoyed being part of a Filarmonica. I really didn't enjoy processions more. I'm more of a concert guy. I used to like to play pas dobles and aquelas like you guys used to play back in the day, which was still one of my favorite songs to play for a Filarmonica is In the Mood.
Mhm.
I was always more for that style. What do you enjoy? You like marchas graves? You like pas dobles? You like what's your style?
I'm all about marchas.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Uh,
you always
uh,
find these new marches and sending these new marches for people to hear and everything. So you're a
I,
marcha guy. So you like
I'm a
processions.
per se. I, I, I prefer. I like concert,
Mhm.
but if we could do a concert of just marchas, that'd be like my cup of tea.
Ah, okay. Estou a perceber. So you like concerts, you like the aspect of the concert, but the music, the style of music you like to listen to is
Yeah,
uma marcha grave.
yeah.
Uh,
Marcha grave,
because ordinaires,
military, ordinage, military, you name it.
that usually what you marcha grave for people that I might not know
Slower march.
is the slower march that people usually use during the processions.
Yeah.
And then usually correct me if I'm wrong here. Then when we get to the final, to the ending of the procession, and right before you play Wien, whatever Een you play, which is today would be Wien St. Christ,
Mhm.
or in the following weeks Wien no Espírito Santo, you always play um ordenar. What is um ordenar?
Basically, it's a fast march, to put it
Okay.
easier to understand for people who don't know.
But why do they always play it before the Een? Is there a special reason for that, or a tradition, or a process protocol?
That's a good question. I never thought of that, to be honest with you. There's
I
just
might be catching you
no,
off
you
guard here,
are.
but it's something that I just
It's
popped out in
something
my head.
I'm gonna ask Stu Juan today when I see him.
Nice, nice. We'll have an answer for you guys very soon. So Sant Christ is the biggest feast that we have here in Montreal,
Hmm.
but like this year, you guys are also going to Sant Christ in Brampton, which is
Right.
Grand Festa Sant Christ in Brampton,
Hmm.
and back in the day, we used to always go to trips. Fall River was back then was the big feast,
Yeah.
for us back when we were younger, and it's fun always that trip in the bus.
Yeah.
It brings the family, like you call them, closer together, and it's all part of that of of that tightness that becomes Filarmonica.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
how was it? I remember as a kid going to Fall River, and sometimes that was a long parade procession. There was a lot of Filarmonicas, and I
Yeah.
remember sometimes a Ponta, o princípio já estava a chegar no fim, and
Yeah.
there were still bands and cortege a sair do coisa. So that's one of the things that I didn't like too much about procession was it became long and everything. I could find any excuse to stay away from the procession.
Yeah.
I even once we in Fall River, uh, I went to a friend's house, a family to have, and they were supposed to bring me back in time for the procession, and I got caught a bit of traffic, and I got the procession had just started, and I took the opportunity. I don't know how I was 13 or 14 years old, something like that, and I took the opportunity to. I'm even embarrassed to say that now, but to hide behind a rock during the procession, and then as the Filarmonica was passing, somebody saw me. He's go, that's Michael over there. He's hiding behind that rock. And then I just appeared at the end of the procession. Oh, guys, sorry, I got stuck in traffic, and I'm ready to eat and drink the wine. Uh, but that was a long procession, and that's why I didn't like it. And Brampton, how is that? How is that Sant Christ there? Is it like here, or is it even bigger?
It's bigger. I think it's the biggest festival in Canada.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
already that big.
It's you cannot even compare it to Fall River, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
And Fall River had the difference with Fall River is that Fall River has a bigger Portuguese community,
okay.
as we all know. But now I find Brampton, it's extending it more in a sense of like it. There's like I think this year is like about 6 bands this year.
Oh wow.
It's a band. There's a band that I heard is coming from Algarve.
Oh wow.
Uh, yeah, it's good. It's something, and it's the 20th year anniversary this year for
Yeah,
Brampton for St. Louis. Plus, they're doing the Portage de Saudade, which is a
yeah. They're
mega big
inaugurating their
thing.
Portas de Cidade like in Ponta Delgada. It looks beautiful, man.
And the first time I went with FPM, I was like speechless.
Wow.
And it's like there's you see like 24 men carrying new St. Christ.
Oh,
It's
the
and it's
imagine it's a big one. Mm.
it's the big one. And they do it from, if you guys know how to do it in Ponta Delgada,
Mm-hmm.
they do it in Brampton by the T. I mean,
Oh yeah.
knocking the door from A to Z, and
Wow.
it's for those who don't have a chance to go to San Miguel to see it in person. You go to Brampton, and it's exactly that. Exactly.
It's a nice replica, and you could
Uh,
live it to a certain point, like they do in San Miguel.
I get shivers the first time I saw it. I get shivers. It's like wow.
Wow, they really do say that Os Meus Santo Cristo is a different experience for people. Oh,
Yeah.
we have
Look,
we have David here. I'll bring him on here. Here we go
Full
at the
difficulty.
stage.
Sorry.
oh, David.
Como é que estás, meu amigo? Está tudo bem?
Hey,
That's
David,
fine.
welcome to the podcast. We have here David Borges, o mestre da Filarmonica do Chino. Welcome to the podcast, David.
Thank you very much, my friends. Muito obrigado.
Let's get into a bit. How long have you been mestre da Filarmonica do Chino?
Epá, eu comecei 2019, started 2019,
Okay, so it was right before the pandemic.
right
And-
before the pandemic. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And how long have you been playing music for them? Baritum.
Well, for Chino, since 2002. But before then, I was in
In
I was
Tulare,
in
right?
Larry band in Artesia's Filarmonica. And then
Oh,
when I got married, I moved to Chino. Yeah.
well,
But
that's
overall, I've been playing music for, oh my gosh, almost 40 years now. Almost.
Wow.
Yeah.
wow. And you guys have something in California which I really look up to is when we talk about Filarmonicas is o Festival das Bandas, o Festival das Filarmonicas.
Isso mesmo.
And explica aqui pouco ao pessoal what is o Festival da Filarmonica, how it is every year, a different band hosts and everything.
Yes. I know back east or in Canada, one or the other, they used to be like a little bit more like a competition, I believe, back in the day.
Mhm.
Here in California, there's no competition. It's our day to celebrate musicians.
Mm.
We como é que eu vou dizer? The host band typically has somebody write a march for that festival.
Wow.
The 2 years that we've done it here in Chino, we've done it twice. We had somebody from the continent, a friend of the band, a friend of our old mesh, Alvaro Souza
Mhm.
from Barroselos. He would write our march. Escalon's had Valdemar Skata last year. Other bands have had other mesh. Sometimes the mesh from that Filarmonica has written the song. Sometimes we get together and we play something antigo, uma marcha da rua antiga. This depends on what the host band wants.
Okay.
Typically every year, there's a theme to the festival. We all start off. They tell us what they want us to play, but generally speaking, it's you play a marcha for concert. You play a marcha de concert.
Mhm.
You play a bigger piece, and it's just something whatever you want after that. It's usually between less than 30 minutes, right?
Each band?
What's that?
Each less than 30 minutes each Filarmonica?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, each Filarmonica. Before that, what we do is the mesh get together on the day of the festival. We talk about the next year's festival. We talk about what's going to happen throughout the day, and then we go do playoffs, right? Sorte.
Mhm. O sorteio.
O sorteio, isso mesmo, o sorteio. From there, it's all by luck of the draw. Às vezes, like you guys could imagine, we got people that we have to play at a certain time because we're waiting for 5 or 6 musicians, or
Mhm.
during the time that we do it is also in high school musicians. A lot of them have competitions, field shows,
Oh,
marching band field shows. So sometimes we have to give them a grace to let them play first, so that way their musicians can take off and go do what they have to do, right?
yeah.
We want every band to have as many musicians as possible for their concert, right? And then after that we set up wherever the Shvila is going to be starting at. Every band comes in with a march. Generally speaking, it's oldest to youngest.
Okay.
The host band normally goes first, and then it's oldest to youngest in order of existence.
Mhm.
Sometimes, like this year, Escalon hosted this last year. Escalon hosted. They decided to go last.
Oh.
So Banda Vela started, and Escalon finished. There's every year they kind of it depends on what the host band wants to do. We get together. We play the anthems, the American anthem, the Portuguese anthem. We and we play the march that was written for that year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to concerts. Um, Everybody gets tickets for lunch. The musicians don't pay to eat lunch. You know, it's but we have a certain time slot that we have to eat at, depending on
Okay.
what our concerts are. Um, and it's a beautiful day of music, Michael and Jonathan. I mean, it's like I said, there's no competition. Everybody tries to do the best they can, and we give our apoio to every single Filarmonica. We I mean, praticamente está cheio de gente. O salão está cheio de gente from the first concert to the last concert, right? It's and I'll be honest, every year, I want to say the past 2-3 years, especially this last year, was probably musically wise, was probably the best festival we've ever had.
Oh,
Every
nice.
band was really putting on a good show. You know what I mean? Um, and that's all it is, really. You know, and we get to, you know, I'm sure you guys in Canada, Jonathan, probably have the same problem we have, right? California is very big.
Yes.
You know what I mean? From San
Mhm.
Diego, the furthest
Yeah.
south band, to Petaluma, the furthest north band, it's about a 12-hour drive.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's not cheap for us to do this.
No.
Right.
The past couple of years we haven't had every band because it's very expensive. Buses,
Mhm.
a place, hotels, because you know, for us to go to Escalon, we can't go and come back on the same day. We have to stay
No.
because it's a 6-hour bus drive.
Torna-se muito cansativo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the bus drivers can't do it.
Oh, yes.
Right.
By law, yes.
Department of Transportation, you can only have so many hours, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But so it's hard to do. It's very hard for us to keep this going. But we've been doing it. We've been pretty fortunate. We've been keeping it going, and hopefully this year it's going to be in Tulare.
Nice.
Because Tulare is the one that's going to host it, which is nice because it's kind of in the middle.
Yep.
So it's a little bit easier for all the bands to go to. They pretty much every band, if they want to, if they can, go. They could, if they wanted to, they can go and come back on the same day. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, we show up on Friday. We probably party too hard on Friday because Saturday night. But it's that thing of it's that camaraderie of seeing friends that we don't get to see very
Yep.
often. You know, down here in Chino, the bands that we see the most is Artesia.
Yep.
It's only
Mhm.
4 from us, so we do a lot of festas together. And San Diego, we do two or three festas together, and that's it. We don't see Tulare, we don't see Escalon, Livingston, all those bands from the Bay, the Bahia. We don't see them only on band festival weekend. So that's our chance to all be together and talk and see how our lives are going and all that good stuff.
O
It's a
convívio,
very,
estar com os amigos e com os colegas.
aquele convívio, Mike, é a melhor coisa que tem.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Uh,
Yeah.
and we look
Mhm.
forward. Everybody looks forward to that.
And
yeah.
and the festival, is it 100% dedicated to music, or do you have like a fest at night and after the concerts?
No, we always have a band play at night,
Okay.
and or a DJ. You know what I mean? Sometimes on Friday nights, there's either a band or a DJ on Friday night. You know, we try to keep everybody there so we can have a good time throughout the whole day. You
Of
know,
course. Mhm.
generally speaking, there's a restaurant that they make. They make a makeshift restaurant, sell different kinds of food.
Oh, nice.
Or like when it was in Chino, it wasn't buying a restaurant, it was more like a tashka. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So we do different things, you know. It just depends on the host band. And but it's a whole day event. It's a whole day event.
And usually, is it at the same time period every year?
Generally speaking, it's the first weekend of November.
Oh, okay. Always generally speaking, meaning it could
Yeah.
be some offs, but
But
generally speaking.
sometimes it's the second weekend because you got to remember, a lot of these halls are rented out throughout the year for what we call the Spanish people do quinceañeras. They're 15.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So a lot of these halls are rented out. So if, like for example, Artesia decided to do it 2 years ago, but they did it like last minute. Well, it had to be the
Hmm.
second weekend because the first weekend was already rented. The hall was already in use.
Yes.
You know, but we try to do the first weekend of November. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And you guys, Chino's band has been around how many years since it
This
was
is going to
founded?
be our 40th year.
40th year.
Yeah.
So wow, wow. So 80, 86, I guess, would
80,
be
80
86.
yeah. And we are the third youngest band.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
There's
Youngest.
two
Uh,
bands behind us. Behind us is San Diego, which I believe was 1990. Oh my gosh. I want to say 94 or something like that. 95. And then Petaluma, I think, was 95 or 96, something like that. Yeah.
oh, wow. That's cool. How many bands is there? Do you know how many bands is there in the whole state?
We have 14, but one is hasn't been doing a lot of festas. They only do, I think, one festa or two festas a year.
Okay.
They don't do band festival anymore, which is Tracy. But it used to be 14 Filarmonicas. The most we've had at a band festival was 14. Yeah,
Wow. It's 14 all Portuguese Filarmonicas. That's something
all
in the
all
United States.
Filarmonicas.
That's
Uh,
great. And you play baritum. That's your instrument of choice, right?
that that my main instrument is baritone. Yeah, yeah. But as a mestre, you're kind of a tapabrak, right? Tapabrak.
Yes.
So sometimes it'll be baritone, sometimes it'll be tuba, sometimes it'll be trombone, trompa, trompet, snare drums, bass drums, cymbals. It depends on what we need, you know. Yeah.
And what do you prepare? What do you prefer preparing for a procession or a concert? Or you enjoy concerts?
Hey, I'm gonna be honest, Michael. I enjoy it all.
No, I
I
I I
I
see
think
it.
I think as nossas marchas graves, marchas de procissão, depending on
Thing.
where you're from, right? Nos
Hmm.
Açores, we call it, or in Terceira, we say marchas graves, right?
Yeah,
In Continentes, marchas de procissão. I think those are the most beautiful marches in the world.
I
Um,
agree.
I love playing in a procissão. I
Hmm.
love playing in a procissão. I love playing concert also, you know.
hmm
Uh, here in Chino, we don't have a festa that we don't play sound and concert. We do both every festa.
hmm
Every festa. There are festas that people go to, that bands go to, that it's just a procession. Um, and even then, nowadays, because of time limits of being able to street closures and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's a lot of festas nowadays got away from um, marchas graves, marchas de pressão, because they can only have the street closed for so long. So it
Oh,
has to be fast marcha de rua all the way
uh,
through. That way, because of time permits. But I love a good pressão. Oh God, I love a good pressão. Yeah.
and in Chino, how is the youth? The youth involved in the Filarmonica? Is it easier to find new musicians, or it's always every year a hard thing for the band?
It's a struggle, Michael. It's a struggle.
Hmm.
Our our community está cada vez mais pequeno.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of people in the late 90s, a lot of people in Chino moved away because of dairies, went to
Yeah,
Idaho or up north and stuff like that, right? Um, so that took away a lot of people. Imigração acabou.
yeah,
There's no, in California, especially in the Chino area, you don't see anybody immigrating from the Azores over here,
yeah. That's
you
true.
know? Um, it's tá cada vez mais difícil, menos gente, and, life, uh, our generation was different than the generations of today.
Oh yes.
We were grown up at the hall all the time. That's all we did was the hall, the hall, the
Yep.
hall. Today it's soccer, American football,
Mm,
it's baseball, travel baseball. They got tournaments every weekend.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's harder for kids to come to the hall because there's more things for them to do. Where when we were young, um,
We don't have
all
the
we had was
options.
the hall. All we had was our
Mm,
nossas tradições portuguesas.
yeah.
Uh, but we try to do the best we can. We have a school of music. Right now, I have about 8 kids learning.
Oh,
Uh,
that's still good.
I have about I want to say 4 or 5 younger guys in the band, and we try to do the best we can. We're not a big band. We are when we
How
have
many?
everybody, we're about 30 musicians.
Oh,
We did a parade the other day with 21, and we sounded good. It's
oh.
I tell people all the time, yeah, it's nice to have a big Filarmonica, but if only half of them are playing, is it really
Mhm.
worth it?
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
So, but we do a pretty good job. We do a pretty good job. I'm very proud of what Chino does with what we have. I couldn't ask for a better group of musicians. It's not my band. I say all the time, it's not my band. It's our
Mm-hmm.
band. I'm only as good as they are. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yep.
This is kind of like a soccer coach. If the team's winning, the coach is good. If the team's losing, the coach is bad, right? Same
That's
thing for
right.
the Philharmonic. If the band's doing well, I'm okay. If the band's not doing well, hey, maybe it's time to find somebody new. I don't know.
They say
But
they say in the sports analogy, they say a coach is only as good as his players. So in this case, the Mestre is only as good as his musicians. Right?
East Mission, that's
Exactly.
nail on the head. You know,
Uh,
uh,
that,
and Jonathan, I know you'll agree to that point. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
it's very true. Sometimes, and then sometimes, um, as a smaller band, we have to play certain styles of music that fit
Right.
the band. You know what I mean? You don't want to look like a lady. Uh, Perdeu muito peso e agora o vestido está muito grande para ela, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ou um senhor que perdeu muito peso e o fato agora as costas estão a cair. You got to
Right.
play something that fits what you have. Um,
Mhm.
and that and luckily, fortunately, I feel that I've done a pretty good job on that. Sometimes I grab a song or two that is a little bit too difficult for the band, but
Mhm.
we make it work. Um, and and sometimes it's a struggle because I need this second part. I have to handwrite the a part for segunda trompet to play
Yeah.
a part of another another instrumentation that I'm missing, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But we make it work. We make it work, man. Yeah.
yep. It's and since before we were honoring not of age, the oldest member of the Filarmonica de Montreal. Who is the OG of like we like to call them here in the young terms of the Filarmonica Chino?
ROG is a founding member of the band. He's actually from your freguesia,
I
Saudade.
think I think I know who you're gonna say.
His name is Jeff Frank Coelho.
That's right.
He's 70, almost 80 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 80 years old. Uh, and that's our OG. That's our OG. Yeah.
Props to Snurja Frank, always a member, and he also every time he's in Portugal, he also always helps out with the Filarmonica dos Altares also. So
Yes.
he's always willing to help out when it comes to music. So kudos and props to our friend José Frank. Now, since Jonathan has to go to play for Snurja Christ, I'd like to give you guys some time here to maybe tell our guests and our spectators some next quadras or next procissões you guys are going to do. Let's start with you, David, for Filarmonica Chin.
This weekend, tomorrow, we have a Festa de Fatima.
Oh, yes.
And then in 2 weeks, we have Festa Espírito Santo from Norco. We like to call it a segundo Volt because it's on the segundo Volt.
Yes.
And then we have Paramount. Festa Espírito Santo is on São Joanina's weekend. Artesia the last weekend of July. Chino the last weekend of August. And then a Festa in Artesia of Santos Populares September. And then the Festa de Filarmonica in Chino, our anniversary in October. Yeah.
Oh, you guys do an anniversary in October every year.
Yeah. It's something small, just with the band. Yeah.
Oh, yes. The band, you guys are have your own place, or are you guys associated with Chino Hall?
We are associated with the Chino di Espírito Santo Hall. Yes.
Okay. Jonathan, tell us a bit of the future today, and what do you guys in the coming up weeks for the Filarmonica Montreal?
Well, today we have a Mandança Penusnu San Crist at 5, actually, at 5 p.m. And then we have our concert today at 7. And then tomorrow it's the big procession. And then the week after that, we have Spirit Sons of Montreal. And then the week after that,
are you guys playing concert also for Spirit Sound?
No, since it's been 2 years that we don't do concert no more for Spirit Sound.
Oh, okay.
For Montreal, it's no more concert. It's just procession.
So concert is Sant Christ, Anjou, you guys still do concerts, right? Espírito
Yeah,
Santo, Ville d'Anjou.
we have, I believe, this year we only have 4 concerts this year.
Hmm.
We have
That's
some
also something maybe for a future conversation that I see also, and I've noticed that concerts are starting to be
Yeah.
less of, starting to disappear. Maybe it's something we can talk about in a future conversation. So, guys, thank you for being on. I really appreciate your time, taking your time out of your busy day, David. I know there with the time delay and everything, it's in the morning for you, and with the family and everything. I really appreciate the time you took. Thanks everybody for coming on and listening. By the time this podcast will come out, we'll be already in June. So by the time this podcast comes out, I think I will have seen David in live. I think we'll see each other next week probably.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So dá abraço no David. Eu vou dar abraço no David. And you, Jonathan, I'll see you on later on tonight in Sant Crist. Thanks everybody for being on Saudade. Saudade Generation Tuga podcast. I appreciate you guys all, and see you guys soon. Até já.
Até já.